There's a whole lot of people out here complaining, but you got to ask yourself, how much power do you really have as a parent? How much control do you have for all the people out there raising kids? Blue Ivy ain't want to take her shades off. They can't make her do nothing. They probably ain't want her to wear them dresses. They probably ain't want her to show up to them events looking like that. But what they gonna do? It ain't like they gonna put hands on them. Y'all don't know how to discipline y'all kids, and y'all broke, too scared to go outside and get a switch. Because if you do, the police gonna show up and hit you with that switch. You could lose everything you own trying to be a disciplinary. So when Jay-Z went to the Grammys with Blue Ivy and people thought she was Beyonce, he ain't got no control over that. I ain't trying to take up for them, but y'all being too harsh out there. Ain't no telling what your kids looking at on their iPad, on their iPhones and stuff. We got to get into this news. Not that long ago, Blue Ivy sparked controversy by wearing what some called a wildly inappropriate dress. They said it was wild what she had on. They couldn't believe it. When she showed up, they was looking at Jay-Z and Beyonce like, what y'all doing? It drove people insane because they couldn't understand why she show up looking like Beyonce mama or her auntie or somebody like that. We gonna keep this video professional. We gonna keep it respectful because Blue is a minor. We ain't here to bash the young lady or talk bad about the young lady. A lot of y'all feel like this is bad parenting. I'm trying to let y'all know what is good parenting in these times that we living in. How can you actually do the right thing without getting yourself in all different types of trouble? Y'all got to look at this, man.
How proud of you are of Blue Ivy.
Dad of three, Jay-Z on the cover of GQ, revealing what he really thinks about Blue Ivy's future as a performer.
Now, if that ain't inappropriate, I don't know what is, man. On stage with them freaks. And Beyonce wrote off on that. Now everybody talking. Something going on. People feel like they using her for all the wrong reasons. Now, let's be real about this, man. It is fascinating to see Jay-Z and Beyonce blended together in a woman which just so happened to be Blue Ivy. People are expecting great things for this young lady. Since black culture is basically dead and all we got left is tenderism, there's no telling what the future holds for Blue Ivy. She might get into politics, be a senator, or do something that matters more than entertainment. So we still waiting to see. She probably got more control and more power and more leverage over the family situation because she's still up and coming. We have yet to see what she blossom into. She might be the first female president of the United States of America. So Beyonce got to tread lightly with Blue. So do Jay-Z. They don't want her coming out saying nothing about them because if she do decide to turn coat, all the stuff that she know, if she ever decided to write a book, it'll be game over for their legacy. So I got the feeling that they got to be careful with everything they do around Blue. Listen at this.
Mustang is not in Macy's.
Oh.
No, sorry.
What
Only
about
in the
Phipps
higher.
Plaza?
And that girl needs her in the higher end stores.
Nordstrom
Oh, wow.
Rack.
Anyway, but she wore that, and little Blue Ivy was wearing Balenciaga. Now she wore Balenciaga.
Okay.
She wore Balenciaga, but this is the deal, though, Ricky. Blue Ivy kind of acted up last night.
What she do?
She was on the red carpet, first of all, honey. She was not at none of the award shows that called for sunglasses. So Beyonce's manager, they all said, take the glasses off. They'll tell, take the glasses off. Baby Miss Blue Ivy looked at him like, and then, honey, Beyonce's stylist went up to this girl and said, take the glasses off. They was motioning her to take the glasses off.
Uh-huh.
She didn't take them off. Then Jay-Z went after her to take the glasses off. She didn't take them off. Miss Sting, honey, you're not at any of those award shows that call for sunglasses.
Oh, Gary trying to take off his belt and teach Blue Ivy a lesson. They said she was being a diva on the red carpet. You can't tell her nothing. She must be a Kanye West fan. They tried to talk to her. She wasn't listening. They're claiming that she hard-headed, but hell, I'm pretty sure she got dirt leverage. She heard through the grapevine Mama Tina cooking that gumbo, talking real bad about her daddy and her mama. Ain't no telling what Solange done slipped up and said around Blue. They walking like they got to be extra careful with this young lady because I'm trying to tell y'all, it gets worse. Y'all need to see this, man. I ain't even gonna hold back on it. Reggie, go ahead, play it, man.
The oldest child, like mother, like daughter. On December 10th, Blue Ivy Carter looked like a mini version of her superstar mom, Beyonce, while sitting courtside with dad, Jay-Z, at the Crypto.com arena in Las Vegas.
You look too much like Aaliyah to me. Look way too much like Aaliyah. And that's his child and everything, but what's going on? Where the barrettes and the braids at? But if he cool with it, I'm cool with it. And that's how y'all should feel about it too. Because at the end of the day, people gonna raise their kids the way they want to raise their kids. I've seen worse. I've seen people not really give a damn about their kids. Come home, put the bologna on the counter, a big bag of chips, a loaf of bread, and a pack of cigarettes for the kids. I seen it. People go grocery shopping, mess around, put some condoms in the cart. I've seen it. Well, I just want to make sure they being safe. I'm just trying to be a good parent, trying to protect my kids. I seen it all. People sitting at home watching the most disturbing things with their kids on the floor, watching the movie with the grown folks. It ain't no, okay, y'all go outside and play. Or matter of fact, you go upstairs or go watch a cartoon or something. No, I'm talking about the whole family in the living room watching a Freaknik documentary pointing at their grandmama. I seen it. So with stuff like this going on with Blue Ivy, hey, y'all gonna have to cut Jay-Z and Beyonce some slack. That's all I'm trying to say. Blue Ivy showed up to a Disney-related event dressed like a Disney princess, and it created controversy. On Monday, the daughter of singer Beyonce and Jay-Z, much respect, appeared with her parents at the world premiere of Mufasa, The Lion King. And she had on, this what she had on, and people ain't like it. The 12-year-old attended the Los Angeles screening after voicing the character Kyria in the Disney film, which is set to hit theaters next week. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But as the photos of the event hit X, formerly known as Twitter, some users said that her outfit was too mature for a preteen. One highly viewed post not only called the dress wildly inappropriate, but suggested that it looked like she's launching an OnlyFans career. Oh, that's horrible. That's bad, man. People say some of the most messed up stuff. That is hurtful. Why? And you know what? Why would a grown person's mind even go there, regardless of how she's dressed? Why people would even think OnlyFans or take it there in their head? I don't think nothing wrong with what Blue Ivy had on. I think it's the people out there that got the problem. It's the people out there that's sick. People put on bathing suits to go swimming. That don't mean you got to have a perverted thought about people in bathing suits. There's men right now at Six Flags in that shower, butt bone naked, showering, about to go hop in the pool. If you a freak, you gonna think some freaky stuff. I figure she showed up to the premiere. She got dressed up. And nowadays, let's be real. When you go shopping, you ain't got no choice but to be a thot, because that's all they selling. For you fellas out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. You go into the store trying to get your Steve Harvey on, you walk up out that thing looking like Tyler, the Creator. All they got is zesty clothes for men. You might as well get a man purse to go with that. And all they got is hoochie clothes for women out there. And what y'all want her to do? Dress like it's the 1960s? People trying to keep up with the times, be relevant, be modern. She's a young lady. You got Megan Thee Stallions out here, Cardi B's, Ice Spices and Sexy Reds. Y'all want her to be dressed up like Aretha Franklin? Them times done came and went. I say get y'all mind out the gutter and let Blue live her life, man. Somebody said, honestly, the way Blue Ivy, a 12-year-old, is over-sexualized by her parents, said it needs to be studied because she's still a child and they're dressing her like she's 17, 18. They said it. I ain't say that. That's what they said. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it, man. Kids gonna be kids. She see something in the store, they can afford it. If that's what she want, how they gonna deny her the clothes that she want to wear? Y'all can't deny y'all kids nothing. If they want an iPhone and that's what they want, y'all wind up getting them the iPhone even when they don't deserve it. Your child been acting the ass. Got all them shoes, all them clothes, eating good every night and still ain't acting right. And then y'all get online and talk about what's going on with Beyonce and Blue. I ain't standing for it, man. Listen at this.
Beyonce and Blue Ivy stunned at the 2026 Met Gala. Queen Bee and her 14-year-old daughter stepped out for fashion's biggest night on Monday and made their first mother-daughter appearance at the event. Bey, who's one of the co-chairs for the event, donned a glittering gown and a clear resemblance to a skeleton.
Beyonce surely is lovely. The older she get, the better she get. She all plumped up, juicy. I ain't mad about nothing that's going on with Beyonce. She figure, hell, she know what being sexy is all about. She ain't got no problem with being sexy. Look at her gown, man. Look like something out of a one of them Tim Burton movies.
She paired it with a shimmering headpiece and a long, flowing, feathery train. Blue Ivy went for a fierce, all-white number that she paired with sunglasses as she posed it up. They both posed with Jay-Z, marking the event as a true family affair at the gala, which was themed costume art. The 2026 Met Gala.
Hello. Who
marked
this
the
is,
first
man?
time in 10 years.
My name is Beverly.
Hey, what's going on? How you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I'm sitting up here looking at this stuff about Beyonce. I think Beyonce dresses Blue Ivy very well. She's very poised, and it's not trashy. It's and the other premiere, the dress that she wore to her premiere, that was very beautiful, and it looked very good on her, and it still made her look like a little girl.
Yeah, well, you know, the internet is undefeated. They're saying that she should have put on something over her shoulders. People feel like she was revealing too much. She's too young, and it was inappropriate. What do you feel about that part?
She don't have that much to reveal now. But I'm like I was saying, and then her attitude, it's not like Kanye West's daughter. That child is wild.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking they bringing her up right with class.
Well, how you feel about the makeup? You know what I'm saying? People saying that she had on way too much makeup. She dolled up like she's about to tend to some other type of business.
Well, this is a special, this is a special occasion. I'm quite sure she don't dress like that every day. But if you got the dress, you gotta have makeup with it. And it's not too much. You don't see no lot of rouge and nothing, just a little light lipstick, and the lipstick is not even that bright. I'm thinking they doing a good job bringing her up. I mean, what is she supposed to look like, Rumi, when she dresses? No. Rumi is a little girl, and she's an upcoming young lady, and they're bringing her up the right way.
And you know, you absolutely right. I got to ask you this question since we on the subject of parenting. Do you have a relationship with your father at all, or do you have a father figure in your life?
My father passed, but he was a great father. It was 8 of us, and he worked 2 jobs. And we had a big home, and we had plenty of space. And he worked mostly doubles and Saturdays and Sundays just so we can have the stuff that we needed. Not what we wanted all the time, but we didn't want for anything. We always dressed well, and we ate well.
Rest in peace to him. And I figured your father was a busy man, but if he ever had time to do a daddy-daughter date, and he wanted to
He
take
did
you
not.
out, if he
The only
wanted,
thing that he did was like on a Saturday morning, he would get everybody up, and it would be like a day for everybody to go down. I live in St. Louis, to Sue Lawrence Market, and while they shop, we played on the playground. And after
okay.
that, we went to the grocery store. This was like every Saturday.
Oh, okay. The
The
point,
ones that wanted to go. So I guess that's like an outing.
yeah, the point I'm trying to make is if you went on an outing with your father and you came out with a face full of makeup on, you got your cleavage and everything. You only 12, 13, face full of makeup, cleavage, hair laid. Do you think your father would have been going for that?
You know what? My mother wouldn't have went to that. My mother wouldn't have let me go out like that. I barely went to the library. I didn't go anywhere, especially not to wear no makeup. I think she probably wouldn't mind if I had a little lip gloss. That's about it.
A little
That's
gloss,
about it.
you know,
That's all.
looking decent. But we see Blue with Jay-Z at a basketball game. Mind you, there's other celebrity weirdos around there. And it's a whole bunch. Jay-Z know that it's a bunch of weirdos. He accused of being the weirdo. And he take her out there
Right.
like this,
Right.
like some bait. Do you feel like that's inappropriate?
I think that is inappropriate, from the stuff that he's got going on in the background with him, and now he's trying to be extra, extra careful with his daughter, but he did someone else's daughter wrong. Now I don't like that about Jay-Z.
Oh,
And
man.
I didn't like it when he was trying to put that coat on to cover her up. Was he trying to cover up them Ramir's mama or somebody else or that other girl's mama that he got? Don't be no fake. Be a good father for everybody, which he did not.
Damn, man, that's kind of cold. People feel that way about Jay-Z. You saying that when he was dealing with women that he ain't had no business dealing with. I mean, the Foxy Browns, the Aaliyahs of the world, allegedly Ramir's mother, he didn't show them that same type of respect. That's what you're
Right.
trying to say?
And I don't like that. And I don't like that because he was too grown to be messing with them back then. And it all comes back with how you get raised, who raised you and how they raised you. It all comes, from the house, from the home.
Yeah, that's kind of, and I love having this conversation with you because you're a mature woman, very experienced in everything. But how do you feel about the times we're living in? We live in some free times. People feel like they're free to do, say, whatever they want to do. If you want to wear this, you want to wear that. It don't even make a difference. People are more accepting nowadays. Do you feel like that should apply to the children as well?
Well, if their parents teach them right there, teach them to have respect for themselves first. You don't go out the house looking any kind of way. Because when you go out the house looking any kind of way, then you're reflecting on your mom. And I guess because I grew up going to church every, like I said, I didn't give a boy my telephone number until I was 18. So you know what that is. So she was keeping a close eye on me, and I was a baby girl too.
Yeah, man. And we got to be grateful to have parents, for all the people out there that got real parents that was able to parent, because I know modern day parents to where they can't win for losing. It's only so far they can go when it comes to teaching their kids about discipline, respect, because if you push the line too far, you could end up in jail.
That's true. That's true. But back in the day, it was disrespect is why, we got whipped. Trying to talk back or huffing and puffing in front of you. You get knocked down for that.
Hey, sometimes it was just a routine.
That's what's wrong now. That's what's wrong now. Too many of them enough of them didn't get knocked down, okay? I'm going to say it.
Well,
but that's not the proper thing to do now.
Back in the day, they would say, if you can afford it, you can wear it. If you bought it, then you could wear it. That's how a lot of parents looked at it, especially when you young, 12, 13, 14. If you can go out there and buy you some shit, then it's all you. But you figure they provide. I'm pretty sure Blue got a bag. She did the movie and everything. And this is another question that for the people out there listening, do y'all think that they all live under the same roof, like the Huxtables? Do you think it's like a a traditional family to where Jay-Z come home with the food, Beyonce in the kitchen cooking while Blue doing her homework. Do y'all really think that's the way it is?
I really don't think that. I think they got somebody to do everything they need to do. I'm quite sure on some occasions, as much as their schedule allow, that they could be more traditional at home. But, they're just too busy. They're just too busy. And they have to see about all the kids. All of them need attention. And each one of them got to have their own individual life, personalized attention that they need to get from their mom and their dad.
You know what tripped me out? Jada Pinkett, she came out and said that her and Will Smith been separated for like 10 years. They ain't live in the same house. They ain't slept in the same bed. While they show up to events and go to the red carpet holding hands sometimes with their kids, they don't even live in the same state.
You know what I say about that? What's that blues? Cheaper to keep. That's all that is. It's cheaper to keep her.
Yeah, the point I'm trying to make, y'all, it's a possibility that they only get together for events. It's a possibility that they all come together for the red carpet. They fly in on different planes, and when they get to the premiere, that's when they spend time as a family. So when Jay-Z see Blue, he like, oh, let me cover this up. They probably don't even have a real relationship like that.
I think I might agree with you on that one. I think I might agree with you on that one.
Damn, man. Yeah. Because chemistry-wise, over the years, looking at Jay-Z and Beyonce, it seemed like it was strictly business for them. And when they got together, they got together. But I never sensed no real romance. And then there was rumors.
No.
There was rumors about surrogacy and things like that. So were they even intimate with each other?
Probably at one point, probably when they first got together, and when all the good manners and stuff wear off, like it always do when the true colors come in, and it's not going to be the same. It's going to be professional, but it's not going to be no lovey-dovey,
Yeah, Hollywood is a trip. There's no telling how far people will go just to have a storyline going in the media. And hey, man, the way they got her out there dressing, a lot of people feel like they don't give a damn.
Oh, I can agree with that. I see the way she reacts and her mannerisms, and that got to come from home and good raising up. Because I see a lot of that when I, was coming up. How to be respectful, don't be trying to get in grown people's conversation, and when you go somewhere with your mom to an older her friend, you just go somewhere and sit down, and it's just the respect that you taught at home. Mm-hmm. It all starts at home.
It all started at home. You know what? That's so real, and I'm so glad you called in and blessed us with your conversation, because I was confused about this. I didn't know how to feel about it, but since you put it the way you put it, it's different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, well, I'm an old head, and I done seen a lot.
That's all right, and that's why we need you calling in, informing people, and letting people know what time it really is. So the next time you see me go live, you could definitely call back. Much love and respect. We're going to holler at you soon. Take care out there. All right. Now, you be good. Thank her so much for a phone call, man. Like I said earlier, it's only so much you can do as a parent. It's only so much you can say. And even if you mean well, you got to understand you're dealing with a whole nother individual outside of yourself that's going to do what they want to do regardless. You can make rules and everything, but them rules are made to be broken. One day they will break them. You just got to put your best foot forward. I'm pretty sure Beyonce told her, Blue, it's kind of cold out there tonight. You might want to put on a sweater. And you can't say they never tried to tell her nothing, because they was on the red carpet. Jay-Z kept telling her, hey, Blue, remove your shades. The stylist came up. Look how he looking. Like, girl, if I was your mother, I would have whooped your... That's how the stylist looking at Blue. He looked like he pissed off. Beyonce trying to tell her, Blue, take off the glasses. We don't know if she got a little boyfriend. They got into a fight. She probably with another David or something like that, for all we know. Jay-Z came over. He reached up They looking at her like, well, what's wrong? Why you don't want to take the glasses off? She probably was keeping something from them. We just don't know. But one thing for sure, Beyonce was covered. She had on a whole lot of clothes, too much damn clothes. She had enough clothes on to put Jay-Z and Blue Ivy up under there. But Blue, on the other hand, I can't call it, man. I don't know. People feeling a mixed way about this. People don't like it. It ain't, I don't know. Got too much going on. Everybody talking. Can't tell her nothing. Hard-headed, according to these people. Look at this, man. Damn, I thought that was Rihanna for a second. What the hell? They shape-shifting up there in Hollywood? Looking like Aaliyah from the Queen of the Damned. I'm getting all different types of spooky vibes. I had a chill go down my spine, man. How did it get to be this way? Hold on, y'all. What they had going on? They said she was born with a silver spoon in her mouth. What type of elitism is happening with this lady? She was destined to get this money. And I ain't mad, but how deep do this go? What did her mama really put in that gumbo? Was Beyonce raised on it? She must got a hell of an immune system if she was, cause that stuff had people sick for days. What are they into? How old was she when she met Jay-Z? Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't see no traces of Matthew Knowles in there. Nowhere. Not one drop of Matthew. There was rumors about her real father being El DeBarge. Now, I don't know how true that is, but I can see it. Got them people hooting and hollering and fainting like she got vocals like Mariah Carey or somebody. Kelly Rowland, Matthew Knowles' real daughter, according to the blogs and stuff. I see Matthew all up in Kelly, but not a drop of it in Beyonce or Solange. She was with Kobe back in the day. That bet not be Blue Ivy real father neither. Lord have mercy. We got to keep talking about this. Because I'm going to crack this code today for all you parents out there talking crazy about Blue. Let a child be a child. She need to say, motherfucker, I could hear you. Everybody shut the fuck up. That's what she should have said. Got her dressed up like Skella whore. Beyonce, 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 Beyonce. They like some birds fishing for a worm. Oh, Beyonce. They gloating and gawking and they just can't help themselves. It ain't even that deep. Look like she got a big old dish rag she dragging around there. You can see her public hairs through that dress. And then Blue Ivy busts out with that jacket on. Y'all need to see this, man, because this one got everybody. She made an entrance after her mama. Beyonce shut that shit down. And then here come Blue, look. Oh, that ain't right. They scooted. Y'all see the way they scooted Beyonce over? They scooted her ass clean out the way for Blue. And she looking over at her mama like, yeah, bitch, it's a new villain in town. She got two niggas. Hold on, wait a minute. She got two brothers holding up the back of her dress. Why they scoot? Y'all see the way they looked at Beyonce when Blue started coming? Like, I hope she don't get mad, but she got to get the fuck out the way. Look. Look how they looking. Hold on. Oh, my God. Y'all got to see this for what it is. They all came over there and dragged that shit clean out the damn way. Whatever Beyonce said to Blue, Blue snapped back. And this man looking like, you gonna let her talk to you like that? They say that was Beyonce mama incognito because she was too embarrassed about the gumbo thing. So she did the Milli Vanilli just so she could be there and not be noticed. But the way she snapped her neck at her mother, that's crazy. Hold on, y'all need to see this. Y'all stay tuned. Let me get it together. Oh my God. This got the internet going crazy. Look, 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 look. Hold on, get it together. Okay, here we go, come on. She said, take your shades off, Blue. She said, okay, and turned right back around like she ain't heard what she said. Man, somebody make it make sense. So they gonna be dragging her along everywhere they go. I hope this ain't no exploitation like how people saying. There's plenty of celebrities out there that got kids. You ain't never seen them. There's people out there more famous, got more money, more clout, more notoriety. You ain't never seen their kids. And if you did, it was a one-time thing. They trying to make this an everyday thing. It's sort of like they toting her around. I hope they ain't using this young lady. I mean, it's their child. They could do what they want to do, but it's a little different. Very different. Imagine your favorite actor, your favorite actress. Every time you see them, they got their child with them on the red carpet. Jamie Foxx, I know he recovering and everything, but I always thought that this was weird. They was daddy-daughter date all the time. He showed up with the red bone on his arm, but the only problem is that was his daughter, man. Plenty of occasion. Y'all brothers out there, y'all need to draw the line. That's all I'm saying. Draw a fine line in the sand, God damn it. They doing too much. It's always the one that look like something be the one they want to tote around. They don't barely come out with them other kids. You know what I'm saying? You ain't see Rumi and Sir on the red carpet. You ain't see them come to the Met Gala with they little Gap Oshkosh Magash on. You ain't see that. Master P did the same thing. And it broke my heart. Something going on with y'all fathers out there. Look. Where that one? Hold on. Whatever her name is. That was the one right there. His favorite. Looked like Lotto a little bit. All on the red carpet. Take her to all his shows. Like he ain't got 9, 10 other kids. Got her all in the movies. Her and Romeo. People be having favorites. And I guess that's the thing with every family. But it ain't right. The other daughter, rest in peace. And I don't want to be speaking on P too bad because he a real down-to-earth brother. And I love Master P. He a legend. I'm just trying to make a point. He got a son headed to the NBA. He gonna start toting him around before you know it and everything. But I don't made my point. We can move on from this right here. And let's get back to... Matter of fact, I'm about to go ahead and wrap this thing up. We got a nice phone call. I appreciate that call. So I ain't going to drag it too long. I'm just going to make this point, a couple more points, and then we're going to keep it moving. Listen at this.
Call Miss Tina. You got to call the grandmama.
Had to call somebody, honey. She just looked at them and didn't take them glasses
Miss
off.
Tina would have gave her a look. Them glasses would have came off by themselves.
They would have came off by themselves. I'm like, Miss, wait a minute, Miss Blue Ivy. First of all, girl, you weren't supposed to be there. Because she's too young. You got to be 18 to go to the Met Gala. And they went ahead and made exceptions for this girl. And she going up there acting like that and not taking her glasses off, girl.
Hold on, wait. They broke the law for Blue Ivy to be there. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute, man. They let a minor in there. She ain't supposed to be in there. That's like letting her drink at the bar. They bent the rules. Why would they go through all that? If she ain't grown enough, she ain't grown enough. And she showed up with that on. This take the conversation to a whole nother level. But hell, I ain't gonna push the line too far because at the end of the day, that's somebody's child. And not only is it somebody's child, but some very powerful people's child. So, hey, I'm happy for them if they happy. If they want to bend the rules so she can, skip the line or whatever the case is, then that's on them. But I'm pretty sure, it don't always turn out so well. Let me show y'all something real quick so I can make this point real quick. Y'all listening, y'all good out there? Okay, let's do this right fast. Get it together, man. Okay, look, y'all check this out. Okay. Yeah, that's it right there. I want to talk about that. Okay. Now, Hollywood will shut you down if you're doing too much. They let Will Smith slide with the first movie, Pursuit of Happiness. That was cute with him and Jaden or whatever. But then they tried to take it too far. This is nepotism at its finest. They made that movie After Earth and it flopped ridiculously. Not because it wasn't a good movie, but it was sickening to see them trying to run this father-son, pass the torch type of thing. And you figure that's all right if you have a tool company, Sampson and Son or Thompson and Son. People do that all the time. But when you forcing it into people's faces and they could see the nepotism. You trying to Will Smith had to pay some dues in order to get to where he at. Let me show y'all. Will Smith had to make some people happy to get to where he at. He had the right man to put him on. Shit, he the hip hop sitcom Michael Jackson. As long as Quincy was cool with it. Quincy been in the entertainment industry since the big band and swing music. Ray Charles, Dizzy Gillespie, and Miles Davis. So of course he had some incredible clout. He Mr. Walt Disney, Fantasia, before Fantasia. But for Will Smith to drag his son along and he ain't spent them nights, he ain't go to them mansion parties. He wasn't in there with Quincy and whoever else that had some pull. He figured, hell, I'm Will Smith, so I'm just gonna drag my son along for the ride. It don't work like that. They tried, but it always turned out bad. Look at this. What was the boy name? Oh, look. Look. Remember Barry Gordy's son? Sometimes it feel like somebody's watching me. I ain't got no privacy. It was a hit. But when people found out that he was Barry Gordy's son and that nepotism, that's what drove people away. Like, okay, the only reason why this dude got a record deal or whatever, his father owns the company. When word got around, people really wasn't paying him no attention like that. He just some spoiled brat, getting whatever he want, and that was the end of his career. Now, they let it ride for a little bit. People let him go on for a minute, but after a while, they pulled the plug because, hell, Barry Gordy, what the hell you got going on here? Before you know it, his auntie gonna be coming out with a song. The Jackson family, every last one of them got an album out. And you figure they come from a talented family, but it ain't like Papa Joe was the CEO of the company. The point I'm trying to make is, this is all cute now. And I hope that it lasts. I hope that it transitioned into something great. Like I said earlier, it's a possibility that Blue Ivy could be the first president of the United States of America. I believe her future is very bright, regardless of what she had on at the red carpet events, regardless if Jay-Z and Beyonce had them people bend the rules, even though she underage and wasn't supposed to be at the Met Gala. They wanted to make it happen for her. And it's a possibility that she really wanted to be there. They probably told her no a million times. Said, Blue, this is our show. You know, we're the celebrities. We the ones that sold the records. You ain't sold no damn records. Why you coming to the Grammys with us and you ain't nominated for a Grammy? You don't even have an album out, Blue. You gonna have to sit this one out, baby. Matter of fact, we gonna get you in the studio. And if you can produce a #1 hit, you can come to the Grammys with us. You could sit right there. When you nominated for a Grammy, you could show up to the Grammys. Until then, play your position. Do your homework. You want to be a nurse, you want to be a doctor, whatever it is, do that. And we got your full support. This like bringing your kids to work. You don't put in 30 years with the company. Your child ain't even got a job, but they all in the break room eating. Your child walking up and down the halls like they the CEO and ain't even on the payroll. What sense do that make? Would you allow your child to come to work with you around your peers and your superiors acting like they own the place? I don't know. Y'all gonna have to let me know, man. And one more thing before I go, I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button too. Much love to Jay-Z, Beyonce, Blue Ivy, Mama Tina, and her gumbo. No disrespect to Baby Blue, Rumi, Sir Carter, the whole family. Destiny's Child, shout out to Kelly Rowland, Kelly, Michelle, all of them. Shout out to Jay-Z and whoever in his entourage. This ain't no disrespect, because I'll be damned if I get on here talking bad about these people for the sake of entertainment and end up getting sued like these other YouTubers out there. For y'all entertainment, for y'all kicks and giggles, it ain't worth it. And while I'm saying all that, Blue all right with me. Whatever she want to wear, y'all grown people out there, respect that child and let her be a child. Let her be a teenager. That's what's trending nowadays. These young girls, they grown. Every last one of them for the most part. And it ain't really too much you can do about it as a parent, especially these new age parents or whatever. I got to go. Y'all hit that like, subscribe. I'm going to holler at y'all later, man. Real talk. Reggie, go on and cut it off, man. Cut it off.